Woo-hoo. Welcome to the Weekly Dog Sports Man Podcast Show. It's your boy back on Scott the Man Wrestling.
And I'm East Salim the Man Taylor Street.
And you watching the Weekly Dog Sports Man Podcast Show. It's your boy back on Scott, and this episode gonna be epic. We back in Buffalo one. We a little bit more than halfway through the first season. through our third season, and it's been a lot going on, man. We've been having guests around, like it's wild.
Season 3, episode 13. It's a 13.
Happy Thanksgiving. This is the Thanksgiving episode. Bears playing on Thursday, which is it's around the corner, you know what I mean? So Bears got the Thursday morning game, 11:30 game. And it's Thanksgiving, man. We got a lot to be thankful for, brother. What you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
Man, I'm just thankful for being healthy, being able to wake up another day, Thankful that I got a job, thankful for my family, my friends, my loved ones, man. It's just a lot to be thankful about, man. Just period, just in general, life is good, right now.
Yeah, life is good. Life is pretty good. We able to pod, you know what I mean? We able to eat.
Yes, sir.
Can't take for granted our health. There's a lot of people not making it through these years. We in our mid-40s, and it's wild, but I'm grateful too, man. Grateful for my wife, grateful for my kids, my family, both my sisters, Sue and G. Really grateful for y'all, grateful for my big bro holding this thing down. Man, just grateful for my whole family in general, who in Mississippi, who in Minnesota, who in Atlanta, and everywhere else, man. All y'all, man, since this episode's for y'all. Man, let's get into it though. Me potatoes, man. Colorado took another loss this week. Heartbreaking loss. But I still in the Buffs I trust, in Colorado I trust. We love Prime. How you feeling about that? Is it over with?
It's gotta be. Once you take that L, like I said, you really can't lose in college like that. It's not over with as far as the bowl game is concerned, but I'm thinking more playoffs. This year they went up to 12. This is the first year they got the 12 teams now make it to the playoffs. So I was thinking they could make it there. They just went out,
Right, they went out.
There's too many teams right now that's ahead of them that's had more pubs than like Georgia, for instance. Georgia lost 2 games, but now they lost 3 games. They have to hang in that Georgia atmosphere like that and try to catch them if Georgia would have lost like another game.
Yeah.
So I think it's over with because these teams that's ahead of them, they're not gonna lose too many times,
Right. That's definitely boiling down to it. Overall season for Colorado, kudos to Colorado. Overall season, I think, was a total success. They doubled the wins from last year. Travis Hunter, he saw he conquered. He's still in the Heisman running. Shedeur Sanders, he saw he conquered. Great thing about their career in college is they did it on 2 different levels, and they bridged the gap, because going into college, I remember when they was highly recruited. Travis Hunter was like one of the number 1 recruit in the country, and he chose to go to Jackson State, and he chose Coach Prime for a reason. He wrote it out with Coach Prime, and Coach Prime's son was heavily recruited, but not as bad. But he chose to go to Jackson State, and Coach Prime did them boys good, man. He did them boys well. He transferred them over. He put them in the portal, transferred them over to Colorado. He used them as the anchors to really shoulder the burden of the Colorado transformation. He stamped this portal era, this college football portal era, and brought in like 50 new people when he got to Colorado. Rechanged the coaching staff, the defensive line. He gave Warren Sapp purpose.
Shout out to Warren.
Colorado, shout out Warren Sapp. Shout out Colorado as a whole for putting faith in Prime, and Prime delivering on a mean schedule. Shout out to Shedeur and Travis Hunter, their whole staff, all those players who I don't know, who jumped off the bandwagon on the bandwagon. Y'all been doing y'all thing, man. Don't let this last loss tear y'all down. Y'all still got an opportunity to play some real meaningful games, a bowl game, whatever. Shout out to Colorado. My hat's off to them. And it's been great, man. But man, we got a loaded episode today.
Loaded, man, loaded. Hey,
football is back.
One more thing about Colorado too before we dip off them. I know that this should do Sanders last year, but I still feel like Deion needs to finish up. Don't jump the bird. All the talk, because Shedeur leaving, he might leave with him. You know, I don't want to get into that real crazy, but what I will say is that I feel like Deion should stay there and have a couple of years without his son, and just to continue that Colorado legacy that he has. Like, I don't want it to just be one and done with your son, and then now we're never gonna think about Colorado again because Deion gone.
Right.
Continue your legacy, Deion, with another coach.
I mean, it's hard for me to say, man, black men keep this job, don't excel. And I won't say that. Like, it'll be heartbroken. But if he find greener path, if they offer him an NFL job, like, I'm all for prime time taking his talents in the NFL. I don't want him to hold back for my selfish viewing purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay at Colorado and build legs, all that. That sounds good and all in the storybook ending, but this real life, bro. If they offer you a job for the Dallas Cowboys, you know what I mean? Yeah, if they offer you a job for the Dallas Cowboys, I don't see Deion staying in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're gonna get off that one, but that's the story. That's the storybook ending. Deion and Shador just continue their legacy. I just kind of want to go left a little bit, just cause. But that's just. I just thought about that the other day. Like, normally I was with that all the way through. Then I thought about it a little bit. Like, man, maybe just
you want to see him do it without his son.
Do it without your son for just a little bit and build Colorado like you say you would.
They already did it. They already built Colorado. They turned Colorado around. So it's up to them to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
He gone.
Yeah. Hopefully, if not, be there. I'll back around. But it's college basketball season, bro. College basketball is back. Big Ten. Everybody know about the Big Ten collaboration in football and taking over. But the Big Ten on basketball more, having all these teams and basketball like Rutgers. It's in the Big Ten. Like, it's crazy now because y'all know Ron Harper. He won a few rings with the Chicago Bulls. We're going to get into C-Red to this episode. But y'all know Ron Harper Jr. had his son. Ron Harper Jr. played for Rutgers, and now Darren Harper, the little son, played for Rutgers, and boy, did he put on a show this week too. So it's like, man, all the Harper boys is going to Rutgers. Shout out to Derek Harper. Like, he was in Chicago, Cleveland, New York. I never know he was in like a New York guy. He keeps sending his kids to Rutgers, but man, I'm here for it, and I'm loving seeing it. Cooper Flag. But question I want to ask you, E. How you feel about college basketball and betting on college basketball? Let's get into the betterverse a little bit. How you feel about that?
Man, one thing about college, again, like before, it's kind of one of those things now I gotta build up to it. Like, I used to love college to the point where, that was more important. That was just as much important as the NBA back in the days, like Khalid Reeves and David Stoudemire, Chris Webber, those days, Christian Laettner. I kind of remember all the names, AI, Georgetown. You knew where everybody was at, UCLA, the Abandoned Brothers. I could just keep going on. Titus
Right.
UCLA. I knew so many historical college players. Now it's kind of like, I don't know, I believe it's because, it's really kind of a one and done situation a lot, and a lot of these kids want to go to the NBA way quicker. Then you got the overseas, you got the G League, it's just so much that my feeling with college don't really like pump up until the Final Four, around the Final Four the tournament. Especially with the girls overcoming. Now they got more names, Now don't get it twisted, Cooper Flag, Hero. It's just so much going on right now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, again, I'm just explaining myself more about how I ain't tapped into college yet. You know what I'm saying? But I have watched a couple of teams. Like, I'm proud of my home team out here. We talking about DePaul.
The Blue Demons. What a turnaround!
I'm gonna show love for that. I always keep my eye on my hometown teams, but I ain't really branched out yet. It takes me a while to stop one of my Kai college,
Yeah, college basketball always been a staple of the sports gambling world. Last year we didn't really get into the college too high. We was having a betterverse, and we was overwhelmed with this NFL, this NBA, and we was just overwhelmed with the betting. But now that I want to just start taking time to really appreciate college and really appreciate. The reason why I actually do podcasting is because of college basketball, like Dick Vitale and hearing Stuart Scott. Being a diaper dandy really meant something to me back in the day. And when he called players a diaper dandy and talk about how they was out of control, all those great catchphrases, those Dick Vitale phrases, and that just changed my life. And it brought me to this world. Stuart Scott, how he used that slang, that street slang, but he made it sound so elegant and so proper. And the way he did it, it resonated with me well. I wish I had that type of diction like Stuart Scott had. I don't, but I still got that type of mentality. I still got that type of love for the sport. And I'm bringing college basketball back to the Weekly Dog this season. You know what I mean? We coming back, and I'm kicking it off with Cooper Flagg and those Blue Demons, Mims and Marquette, and Dylan Harper and Rucker, man. Like, I'm really feeling those players right now. I'm really feeling Kansas right now. They started off in a slump, but they getting it together. You can't never really doubt a Bill Self team. And man, we ain't gonna kill y'all for the intro. We still got C-Red, Aha Hoops coming. We got
the dogs.
We got the dogs coming. We got Bears talk coming. We got a lot coming, man. But I just wanted to get into this college basketball a little bit, man. And I'm thankful for college basketball too. You know, it changed my life, and hopefully it changed my future. Because I'm gonna start putting some parlays in this college basketball because the NFL ain't been doing us right.
Man, they haven't been doing us. They've been doing us dirty and crazy, and the NBA been already off to a bad start. You know, we talking no cigars left and right. So maybe I might have to take my talents to college because I know if I gamble with it, I'm definitely gonna watch it and get more in tune with it. You know, so I might have to just go ahead and see what's to it. If they got some props going, you know what I'm saying? They
gotta have the props.
I need them props, but shout out to Cooper Flagg though. I've been noticing, you know, you've been going crazy.
Cooper Flagg as advertised. He been holding it down on the basketball side for Duke and bringing college basketball back. The NIL changed it a lot, but I want to bring it back, man. We got a lot to look forward to. I'm gonna get to the Betterverse real quick before we go out on the intro. You know, I gotta get to the Betterverse real quick. I want to talk about tracking teams. And since we gonna make it a staple, we gonna put a little emphasis on college basketball this year. Since we gonna do that, I want to teach y'all how to track. We normally put it in the best slip, but we ain't gonna really bring y'all the best slip this week. You know, we got a lot going on. It's Thanksgiving holiday week, so I'm just gonna say tracking teams. I talked about it a little bit in doing baseball season, but doing basketball season, man, you really want to look at those top 25 teams and track those star players because those are the players who going to deliver on the prop side night in, night out. And while you tracking those players and you tracking those top 25 teams, pay attention to get you like 2 or 3 or 4 of those players. The goal is 5 of those players that's playing on the same day. If you catch Rutgers playing on the same day, Duke playing on the same day, Marquette is playing on the same day, Kansas is playing, put those players together and cook you something up nice, man. You know, you got to start tracking these games. The book, they got the algorithms and those new AI robots. They a lot harder than us. They're a lot crazier than us, but they ain't a lot smarter than us because they don't go off spirit. They ain't got no gut. They just got hard circuit AI smarts, but they ain't got, they can't sense momentum. So that's our advantage, the momentum advantage. So we got to really use that, and we got to use that with our tracking skills. It's 2K, man. It's the space age. Used to have, Natives track. They used to have Natives track slaves. Y'all see that in cowboy movies a lot. Back in the day, if y'all old enough, y'all know what I'm talking about. When y'all talk about a good tracker, well, I'm a good tracker. And I got those skills from my Native American side of my family. With this being Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all got to start tracking these bets. So with that being said, man, it's the Weekly Dog Sportsman Podcast Show. It's your boy Malcolm Scott, the man Russian.
And I'm East Side of the man Taylor Street.
And we coming back on the other side of the break with I Heart Hoops.
I Heart Hoops.
Let's get it going, E. And we out.